sweet to throw the tear gas back at him.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new Anisa and iDubbbz video. We've got a lot in store for today because we haven't actually covered iDubbbz for the past week as there hasn't been much going on, but now we've got enough to actually talk about in a video.
Remember one thing in your mind, a mantra, if you will, that will always give you comfort. Say to yourself, hey, at least I'm not iDubbbz. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Now, a lot of this iDubbbz stuff is focused around this one podcast clip, which is just amazing. It is just beautiful.
It was very
interesting.
sad.
I'm sorry, but my only thought and focus currently is why are iDubbbz and Anisa sitting on the floor with no chairs, loads of space between them, no lighting, no nothing. This is not what podcasting is here. Genuinely, Ian and Anisa sitting on the floor is like a physical representation and symbolic of how far they've fallen. It is genuinely incredibly funny to see them in a badly angled, badly lit podcast setup with no chairs, no nothing, and them kind of sitting far apart from each other. It's really funny.
Denim's, one of my friends got tear gassed a couple days ago. So, yep.
Dude, I kind of wish I was there.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be really fucking sweet to throw the tear gas back at him.
Okay, John Wick, do you really think that if you were there, and that's a huge if you were there, because I can't see you personally ever being at something like this, would you actually do that? Would you actually have the balls to throw that back at the police? No, I'm gonna say not, because you're not fucking John Wick. I do love how Ian is saying this with confidence, like this is something he would genuinely have done if he was there. That if you were also there, you would have seen iDubbbz, this weird little bald fella with really bad LASIK eye surgery, running across to grab one of these and throwing it at the police. It's just not realistic. It's not something that would have happened. You're just saying it to try and gain favor.
You put the cone on it and then pour the water in.
True.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, that's a good tactic. Yeah, I like
iDubbbz saying good tactic, like, you know, his other tactics that he's definitely done in the past, one as good as that is hilarious to me. And the fact Anisa and iDubbbz are both talking about, like, this is a common occurrence, something that they both want to do, or something that they've both done, is genuinely hilarious, because they're just trying to play up on this political situation to, again, try and gain favor. Like, look what I would do if I was actually there.
I do like that. But
it would be kind of like a quick time event in a video game to like press X to throw it back.
Yeah.
Quick time event. Yeah, no.
There's probably a lot of quick time events during this protest.
Yeah.
Genuinely just nothing rattling around in there. iDubbbz has no idea what he's doing, and I genuinely think it's hilarious to make this statement while sitting on the floor in a badly lit up setup with no chairs, no nothing, no lights. It's genuinely hilarious because, by the way, as well, this is behind a paywall. This is something you would have had to pay for to see. Of course, these clips have been spread around and been re-uploaded elsewhere or wherever, but this is something that you would have to genuinely have paid for to see, and that's them sitting on the floor. Of course, it doesn't just stop there, because H3 actually ended up reacting to this clip because it is genuinely hilarious. There's just so much to talk about with this one short clip.
Friends got
Do you want to fucking take in, for a moment, if you would please, the abject misery radiating out of this screen? They have one light that's clearly not sufficient. They're sitting on the ground.
Does unironically look like one of those hostage videos that would be ended up posting to Reddit, because they are just in a weird blank room with a couple of microphones sitting on the floor. They don't look very happy whatsoever. They don't look happy to be there, and then they've decided this is amazing quality, this must go on our Patreon that people genuinely pay for. I mean, to be fair, at that point, if you're paying for iDubbbz's and Anisa's Patreon, that's more on you than anything.
It's almost impressive. Like, if we were to shoot a sketch and we would be like, okay, we need to make the shot look really sad, how do we do that?
Here's the vibe. We've lost everything. We hate each other.
It does very much give off to me that they've given up, right? That they just don't really care anymore, that they will just do anything to make just a little bit of money. They're trying to gain favor with a certain side of the internet through their political beliefs and thoughts that they've parroted elsewhere, or to try and make themselves seem cool by saying, yeah, I want to get involved in this, when realistically, that's just not something that iDubbbz would have done. It's hilarious because they are so incredibly desperate to try and gain any favor and try and do anything to make a bit of money and get people on their side.
We're humiliated. This is the shot.
one of my friends got tear gassed a couple days ago. So, yep.
Dude, I Kind of wish I was there.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be really fucking sweet to throw the tear gas back at him.
You put the cone on.
Badass, bro. You know what's funny? So apparently this happened in Seattle, where they live. And he's like, damn, I wish I wasn't on vacation right now. I'd totally be fucking roughing those riot police up. Fucking sick, bro. This guy's a revolutionary.
It's one of those things where you say that, oh yeah, I would have 100% done that, when you just 100% know that you wouldn't have done that. Everyone knows you're bullshitting. You're just saying that to gain favor. You're just saying that to make yourself look cool and, you know, join in the crowd and what some people are saying. That's very clear what iDubbbz is trying to do here, because, yeah, he wouldn't do this. This isn't something that you would catch iDubbbz doing. You wouldn't see it on the news, iDubbbz doing anything like this in a crowd towards police. That's just not something that would genuinely happen. He's saying this to, you know, try and gain a bit of favor, seem cool, seem rebellious, you know, not go along with whatever the police and government are currently doing in America. He's trying to rebel. All of this is just done out of desperation because he's got nothing else to do. He can only be desperate.
My heart goes out to you, Ian. Psych,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Call him up. Get Gabe on the horn.
I can call Ian. I don't think he's blocked me yet.
Oh, you're saying get Gabe on the phone?
Yeah.
You think
That
Ian
would
would
be
answer if I
interesting.
called him?
There was genuinely no way Ian would ever come on to the H3 podcast, and as well, in reference to Gabe, this is a great jumping on point for lots of clips that have been circulating recently about Gabe and Anisa. This goes back to what Coach Mike said on H3 stream, and loads of these clips have now been resurfacing and circulating online, where iDubbbz seems very, very unhappy about Anisa consistently talking about Gabe.
I did not do my hair myself. I got it done by actually Ian's sparring partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ian's sparring partner actually does both of our hair. And he is awesome. He started cosmetology school in 1996.
You want to advertise yet, but are there any guests that you have your eye on? Maybe.
I want to
Not
get
to
Ian's
tease or anything.
hairdresser.
Yeah, that would be a good.
It's just so funny. It's the face of a cucked individual, a very, 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 very sad man. Somebody who very much does not like this guy, Gabe, and these clips are genuinely hilarious. They've been circulating around, and that's what a lot of this iDubbbz drama has been about. It's just been the fallout of what Coach Mike has been saying, because iDubbbz and Anisa really haven't even bothered trying to respond to any of it, and when they get pushed on anything, they just decide to block people now, which is just amazing.
Got my hair done. It was at a salon, but it was by Ian's sparring partner for boxing.
Love that fact.
Yeah, it's just such a fun fact.
Yeah.
He's been a cosmetologist since 1996.
It's very clear Anisa has a crush on this guy, you know, he's constantly bringing up the same story, and it's very clear what iDubbbz thinks. He's huffing and puffing, and he does look very, very, very frustrated, and it's hilarious, because iDubbbz would always deny this. This is something that if anybody ever pushed him on, and he actually ever decided to respond, he would almost certainly deny all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'll
mean,
probably stream on
you will.
Wednesday.
I'll probably be getting my hair done.
Anisa will get her hair did. I don't think I've ever received a nice hair or I like your haircut compliment from a person, period. I gotta pick Anisa up. She's stranded at the mall right now. She thought she could get her hair cut and then go mall shopping after.
Our hairdresser walked up to us, who's also Ian's sparring partner, when we were waiting to get our hair cut.
Genuinely hilarious. I know I'm playing all of these clips and I'm basically saying the same thing, but it's insane how much she talks about this guy and how very, very visibly sick iDubbbz is getting of it, and how he's very, very clearly jealous and just cucked over this. And it's got to this point where people are bringing this up, talking about this, showing this off, because iDubbbz just seems like a very mistreated person in this relationship, and it's hilarious. And I honestly don't know why I'm apologizing to you, the viewer, because you're probably enjoying these clips. They're incredibly funny clips. They very much show off Anisa and iDubbbz' relationship, and if you have seen them before, you'll probably enjoy seeing them again because they're just that good.
And he was like, Ian, you're allowed to smile.
Because you also just you feel like a loser. Like, even now, I'm pretty good friends. I'm friendly with my hairdresser, but, you know, I don't feel uncomfortable or awkward around him, but I do feel like a loser. I'm like, he probably has great conversations with everyone except me. I'm like, I'm probably talking too much, or I'm not talking enough. He's this jacked, 200-plus pound dude with a bunch of tattoos. He kicks my ass.
And how did you prepare for...
But anyway, those are the clips that are circulating around, the context clips that H3 actually went over, and that's where this clip comes from that we're about to go over. But yeah, I wanted to play them because they're genuinely hilarious. When I originally saw them, I genuinely couldn't stop laughing. I'm saying genuinely a lot. Stop me, please.
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
I'll try. I'll call him.
I mean, I wouldn't do it on air, but I think you would.
No, I don't want to talk to him off air. I don't care about it. I literally calling to humiliate him. I despise him with my entire heart and soul. This man made a video. He had a chance to take something back, and he doubled down on the CPS coming to my house to take my children and break my family up. He said it was justified. He understood it. This man will never get a fucking flake of sympathy from me. And I am so sorry that you're living in your own personal hell where your girlfriend basically fucking shits on you every day.
I mean, yeah, hatred of all these people has every single right to dislike iDubbbz this much, and that's why it's genuinely funny. iDubbbz is a disgusting, degenerate, deranged individual when it comes to Creator Clash 3, which, by the way, there's still been no updates about that in quite a bit now, and when it comes to Ethan Klein himself, he's disgusting, he makes excuses for himself, and he can't face accountability, and there's the exact same thing in Anisa. They'd rather block it and ignore it, always act like they're right, never own up to anything, and just move on. They're gross individuals and people. The final thing I want to go over, and this could be in reference to more iDubbbz stuff, is H3 teasing something, and if this is iDubbbz stuff, of course I will be covering it on the channel.
The H3 Show. Tune in on Tuesday. Tactical bombs will be falling. Nobody has predicted, and I mean nobody, knows what's coming.
No.
Everybody's guessing. Everybody's wondering, is it this, is it that? I have not seen one accurate guess.
Don't even bother guessing. You guys are so far.
And I mean, I thought I'd bring this up because regardless, I'm excited about this, but I genuinely do hope it's about iDubbbz. As you can tell, there's been a bit of a iDubbbz drought going on as the situation has started to slow down, because not only is Creator Clash now, of course, being put in October, iDubbbz hasn't put any more new content out, any more responses, or anything like that. It's been pretty silent, so of course there's been a slowdown in the iDubbbz content, which I've been thoroughly enjoying covering, so hopefully this is maybe some iDubbbz stuff, or something else I can sink my teeth into. But everybody watching, what did you think of these clips? Of course, this isn't like the Creator Clash stuff. This is directly about iDubbbz and Anisa and just how fucked they are at the moment and how screwed over they're getting. But yeah, please feel free to comment down below and once you're down there, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a future slop pick. And yeah, I appreciate all the support at the moment, and I will catch you in the next Slop Mule video. Goodbye.